Hi there, it's Rachel with Stella, and today she and I are going to do an introduction on loose leash walking. This is really important for her leash manners, and it teaches her good habits now, so that when she gets older and stronger, and when she loses all of her puppy energy and distraction like that, you will have already a well-mannered dog, and so you're not teaching her undesirable behaviors now. Now, as you can see, she is pulling all over, and with loose leash walking, the first thing that we teach is to give her the full leash. So you can see that I'm just holding on to the end with my wrist through the loop. So this gives her plenty of room to walk around and explore. And also, you can clearly see when she's actually pulling against the leash, so you know exactly when to correct her. This is important for her safety and also for your convenience. Take off, taking Stella out for a walk or anything like that. Now, off. For loose leash walking, we usually don't use treats because the treat is that we get to continue walking. Now, off. There are a couple methods that we use. The first is called the back method, where we're walking, and when Stella pulls on the leash like this, I stop walking, plant my feet, and you either snap your fingers or pat your leg and say, Stella, back, and it gets her to come to you like this, where off, there's nice slack in the leash, and then you can continue your walk. So we're going to walk around here, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Stella, back. Good girl. Stella, back. Good girl. All right. Well, she's not pulling anymore. Just a little bit was enough to get her attention on me and to off. Keep her from pulling. Stella, back. Good girl. It's as easy as that. Stella, back. And you can see she responds very well to it. Good job, Stella. All right. The next method that we use is called the reverse method. So this is where she's walking, and once the leash gets tight, you turn 180 degrees, give her a little wiggle or a little jerk to the leash and say, Stella, this way, and walk in the other direction. That will turn her around, and when she is playing catch-up, then her leash is nice and loose. So every time she does that, every time she pulls, you just turn around and go in the other direction. So I'll show you what that looks like. Stella, this way. Stella, this way. Stella, this way. Off. Stella, this way. And already she is walking much more nicely on the leash. So, those are the two methods that we like to use for loose leash walking. A few tips surrounding loose leash walking are, a lot of times your first reaction is to pull back on the leash. This is not very effective because it makes it harder to correct the dog because she's going forward and putting the tension on her collar. Adding tension doesn't really help, and she is getting correction when she shouldn't be. You want a change that distracts her instead of just adding on to it. And also, dogs, sometimes if they feel like they're being restrained, it makes them want to fight against it even more. And so you don't want to get into a battle like this, and also that's a lot of work for you. If you're taking her on a walk, you're already getting a workout. You don't need to add an arm workout by pulling her back. Another thing is, with loose leash walking, is you should be practicing it every day for about 20 to 30 minutes and not letting her get away with pulling on the leash. So if you take her for a walk, Stella, back. Practice both of these methods so that she learns that whenever the leash goes on, she has to walk nicely on it with a loose leash. Now, this practice is really important, and as you can see from the practice with her, I only had to do the reverse method or the back method 2 or 3 times before she started walking much better on the leash in general. So both are very good techniques to practice. She seems very responsive to both of them. So try out both, see which one works best for her, which works best for your situation, or use them both together. And you will have a very well-mannered dog at the end of your leash. This was Rachel and Stella, and we are working on loose leash walking.